Namaste. Welcome to this channel, Dr.ARM's Chemistry. Dr.ARM welcomes you in this channel. Friends, we were discussing this topic, the coordination chemistry, and last time we have seen the first point of this topic, that is introduction and history, in which we have seen the progressive development in the theoretical aspects of coordination chemistry. So this was very nice experience. Now we will see the most important theory which was developed by Werner. What are the assumptions of this theory and how it is more interesting, or how it explains the coordination bond or nature of bonding between the metal ion and ligands, and many things more, or we can also consider the supporting factors or evidences for Werner's theory. So first of all, we will see what are the assumptions of this theory. So first assumption is that every metal has two types of valences, the primary valence and secondary valence. So if we see any metal, it has two types of valences, the primary valence and secondary valence. The primary valence is associated with the oxidation number or oxidation state of metal. For example, if we see the structure, that is, or this simple formula, here this cobalt has valency or oxidation state +3. Therefore, in this example, we see that cobalt has primary valence 3. Similarly, the secondary valence is another concept. According to Werner, the secondary valence means it is the charge shown on the complex species and further which is neutralized by the ionic species. So here, according to this Werner, the secondary charge or valence, secondary valence becomes +3. Further, we say that the oxidation state of this metal ion, if we consider the total charge neutralized, here the cobalt has +3 charge, these ligands are neutral, therefore the +3 charge is passed or it is shown on the complex species, and this is further neutralized by these 3 ligands. Then this secondary valence is associated with the number of ligands, which may be, ligands may be neutral or ionic, So we can see the example of here, the NH3, that is are neutral species. In this case, you will find there is one Cl-. So this is also a ligand. So the Werner considered that these are also ligands. So he considered the ligands as the species which may be neutral or ionic, and they are or they may be directly bonded to the metal ions like this. And these three Cl minus are also bonded to this metal ion, but the nature of bonding is different. The nature of bonding between this cobalt and NH3 or these similarly between this cobalt and NH3 as well as this Cl is covalent coordinate. Therefore, there is much different. Now, if we see the nature of bonding between this Cl and this cobalt, it is ionic or electrostatic. So, these ligands are supposed to bond or they are bonded to the metal ion which is present at the center. And then the species is observed like this. Further, in previous lecture or last lecture we have seen that the Cl minus ions which are present in these complexes means the number of such ligands which are shown outside the square bracket are tested with simple chemical reactions, and from the results of the reaction we can detect the presence of these ions. So, for example, if we dissolve this complex in water and if we carry out, we find that there is only one particle. In this case, there are two particles. In this case, there are three particles. In this, there are four particles. So, these facts are also supporting the results or assumptions given by Werner. Later on, it was found that the things which are included in Werner's theory was difficult, means it is not so easy to interpret the theory, because during the time or at the time of Werner, that is before 1893 or we can say 92, there was no availability of modern instrumentation, such as there was the electron had yet to be discovered. The modern methods of instrumentation were not available. Still, the theory proposed by Werner was found to be much more appreciated, much more helpful to explain various aspects of molecules or complexes he synthesized. Because of his work of PhD, research work of PhD, and the time when the work was done, the results were drawn. There was no availability of any modern instrumentation. Still, the theory is remaining unchallenged till this time, and therefore he was awarded Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1931. Then the Jorgensen, who kept challenging the Werner's concept, but he later on assumed and appreciated that his theory, Jorgensen's theory, is not applicable or capable to explain or provide the experimental evidences or theoretical evidences in support of his formulation of the complex, that is chain model. The electrical conductances and all these facts show that the complex is having coordination number 6 and it is octahedral. But this octahedral structure is not supported by Jorgensen's formula of chain model, because 10 model is not capable to explain the octahedral structure, and therefore in 1907 Jorgensen appreciated his defeat and accepted the Werner's concept. So this shows that how much important the Werner's concept was. The Jean Lewis also had not shown his concept of dot formula. Later on, because of the importance or considering this importance of Werner's theory, he was appreciated, or he was considered as father of coordination chemistry. So this was the greatness of his assumptions or theory. Later on, the tetramine complexes of cobalt 3 were obtained, and the isomers were isolated, and they were tested for optical activity. The Gibbs in 1857 prepared the first isomer of tetramine cobalt 2, and this was supported with experimental facts and shown that it was green in color and called Precio. Later on, Werner himself synthesized another isomer of the same formula, and he found that it is of different color, that is violet color, and he observed that like Precio, this complex was not considerably stable, means the complex was much more unstable. Further, the Miolati also showed that the complexes like this may have the geometrical isomerism. They showed geometrical isomerism, and which shows that the cis isomer shows the bonding between the cobalt and these chlorides is 90 degree. So this is called cis isomer. But in trans isomer, the bond angle changes and it becomes 180 degrees. So this is trans chloride. The two Cl are lying away from each other or as far as possible. So that is will be called a trans isomer. Trans. So in this chemical formulae, the cis and trans isomers were also isolated by Miolati. So he confirmed the geometrical isomerism also exhibited by the complexes synthesized by Werner. So this shows that how much important the Werner's theory is. So we will stop our discussion here and we will continue the next point in the next lecture. So till then, see you. Goodbye. Please subscribe to this channel, press like button and bell icon. So thank you very much for watching this video.